All right, this is Paul Light, and we are playing Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, and today we are in Korok Forest, and we are going to be completing the trial of the sword. So I have my Master Sword right here. This is part of the downloadable content, and you put the sword in the pedestal, and you do this really difficult, supposedly, fight where you just battle a ton of things, and you start with absolutely nothing. So it seems hard, but it's really not, and I'm going to show you why. Number one, you want to kind of complete most of the game before you do this. So as you can see, I have all of my hearts, and I have quite a bit of stamina on my stamina wheel as well. So those are the only things you really get to keep. You don't get to keep any of your items or weapons or shields or bows or arrows or anything like that, or even any of your food. So what we're going to do is before you start this, you want to eat something that gives you boosted attack, because that is the one thing you will retain. So we're going to eat that real quick, and then we're going to do the trials. Now, the other cool part about the trials, they happen in 3 phases. And once you complete a phase, you restart. So you don't have to go through all like 50 stages in one go. You do the beginning trials, and then you get a restart, and then you do the middle trials, and then you restart, and then you do the final trials. So we're going to do the beginning trials first, and that's what this video is about. And this is just my method of way to do it. It's not like the perfect method, but it makes it really easy, I think. So if you follow this method, you'll be able to defeat the beginning trials without any difficulty. And I'll show you my way of doing it, and even some other ways. But he talks for a bit. We're just going to skip that part. And we're going to walk over here. So the first thing you do is you pick up this tree branch. That's your first weapon. But as you can see, I start with absolutely nothing. But I do still have my attack boost. But only 3 minutes left of that, so I'm going to make it last. So make sure you make some sort of food that gives you an attack boost before you come in here, and make sure you're at full hearts. So the other thing is, you want to run over here, and you're going to pick up all their weapons before they do. So now I have some weapons that they don't. I'm going to kill one with the tree branch I picked up. And then I'm going to take his weapon. And then once I get... he took his weapon. So I'm going to take this. And once you kill both of them, then you just pick up all their weapons and you're done. Simple as that. Really not too hard on the first level. I normally don't even take that much damage. So, if you can do it a little bit faster, you can hit them before they ever hit you at all. So, next thing you want to do, you want to take your axe and use it to break all the boxes. The reason you want to use your axe is because it breaks the boxes quickly, and the axe is pretty durable, but doesn't really do much damage. So it's not useful for killing anything, but it is useful for breaking those boxes. Also pick up this meat, and that's all we need on the first level. So we're pretty much done with that. Not too hard. Definitely not as hard as it might seem. So now we should have a shield, no bow, a spear, a tree branch, and anything that's left from the items you took from them. So the next stage, there's a platform, a raised platform that you can't really get to. But there's 2 methods to get up there. One way is there's a guy with a bow over here, so you can kill this guy and take his bow, and then below there's some barrels that have some arrows, then you can knock down a bridge. Or you can stab this, but if you stab it, you have to stab it with a spear, because it's going to explode and you want to be far enough away. Then you press X to jump up, use your glider, and bam, you're on top. So you want to switch to your Boko club, so you have a one-handed weapon so you can shield, and you kill this guy, take his Boko bat, he dropped it, and then you kill this guy, man, and you get his shield, and his sword, and then you kill this guy, and he has a bow. And we're all done killing people up here. So if you don't want to come back here, you want to break these boxes right now. And make sure you're running around so you don't get hit by this guy's arrows. And then you can jump off and collect any item that you didn't get while you're up there. So then we're going to kill this guy with 1 arrow to the head. And we're done. Finish that level. Pretty simple. So once again, you want to break the barrels with your axe. Normally they have some arrows in them, or some food or some fruit. All really helpful. And you don't want to eat any of the food until you get to a certain level. Because at a certain level, it'll have a little place for you to cook the food. And then once you cook the food, it'll heal you so much more. So we're done with that level. Pretty easy so far. Even though I've taken some damage, I'm not taking a lot of damage. The hardest part about this is when you're fighting multiple enemies, or when you just get hit by a heavy hit, because you have no armor to really protect you. So once again, you want your spear on this level, because there's a lot of these. This one, you just killed, but the other ones are all fire, so they'll explode. So if you hit it with any shorter weapon, you will be too close to it when it explodes, and you will take a lot of damage, so don't be near them. Now, you want to kill all but one of them, and one of them you want to kind of drag over to this corner, this wall over here, because if you look up, there's a treasure chest, and you want to get up on that platform. So there's two ways you can do it. You can burn the platform down, so I could light an arrow on fire, or I can just kind of glide over his fire, and I can get up there. I'm not close enough yet. I'm going to bring him a little bit closer. Kind of wait for him to jump at you, and then you dodge out of the way. Then you take the fire, and you can get up here. And then up here, there should be some fire arrows. Good. And then you kill this guy. And then a bunch of big ones will appear. And there's a treasure chest over on that side, too. So you want to kill some of the big ones. And make sure you always poke them when they're on fire. If you poke them when they're dark, like see how this guy's dark now? If I poke him while he's dark, it doesn't do nearly as much damage. But if you kill them while they're on fire, they instantly die. I'm not sure exactly why, but I know that's what happens. So make sure they're on fire when you poke them. And once again, don't kill them with any close range weapons, because you will be too close to them. You kind of have to poke and then immediately run away. Even if you're like running and then poke, you will kind of stand there for a second, so don't do that either. You have to be standing perfectly still, poke him, and then walk away. And then this treasure chest should contain a boomerang. So if you don't want those weapons, you don't have to go get them. You can just kind of poke them all, and then you're done. Not a big deal. But that's the end of that level. By now, your boost has probably run out, unless you have a really, really long boost. So like I said, if you don't want to collect those treasure chests and you want to make your attack boost last for more than just 3 levels, you can just plow through this level, poke all the things really quick, and your Boko spear should last the whole time, as long as you didn't waste it on anything else. Alright, so next stage, this is where it starts to get complicated. Now we're facing multiple enemies, and we're facing some blue enemies as well. So blue enemies are a little harder to kill, take a little more hits. So we're going to kill this guy with the shot to the head. Oh, I missed. Oh my gosh. Okay, he's finally dead. Then we just pull one down at a time. You only want to fight one at a time. And for some reason, if one of them notices you, that does not mean that the other ones noticed you at all. So I kind of threw my weapon since I knew it was low anyways. And now he is dead, and I take his weapon. And so once someone hears you, you back off. Okay, so this is a blue one. So we want to fight him. There's another blue one up there, but we want to just fight him. And he has a much more powerful weapon. So we're going to take out our boomerang. And we're going to kind of block him so you can dodge some of his attacks. Or you can just wail on him so he can't really attack you. That's another option. And eventually he'll drop his weapon, you pick it up, and then he's very easy to defeat. Okay? Now, if 2 of them come down, you kind of have to like hit and run, because when you're hitting one, the other one's going to swing at you, and they're going to do lots of damage. We killed this guy with a headshot. Man. Okay. And he has a much stronger bow, so we want to pick up his bow and use that bow from now on. They do a lot more damage. You want to make sure you're always using your strongest weapon because you will not run out of weapons. There's plenty of weapons. You will break some weapons, but you will not run out of weapons. In fact, if your weapon slots are low, or even if they're full, there will be a point where you have to drop some of these weaker weapons, unless you've used them already. Okay, he's about to hit me, so I need to dodge. Oh, he didn't even hit me. Okay, but he has a very strong weapon, so we want to use our strong weapon again. We want to make sure he's not hitting us. There's an opening. You always got to wait for the openings. They're pretty easy to kill if you wait for the right openings. There we go. Awesome. Pick up his weapons. And then my boomerang's about to break, so we're going to finish off the boomerang. There we go. And whenever it breaks, it does double damage. And if you throw it, it does double damage, if it hits them. So if you don't know, you can throw your weapons with the top right button. So that's a good method to do, especially with a weapon that's low or about to break, or a spear. Great weapons to throw. There's even a spear called a throwing spear, literally designed to be thrown. Also, if you throw a boomerang, it will return back to you unless it breaks or hits something off in the distance. There's 2 more enemies on this level. Make sure you break all the crates, collect everything. So at this point, I've collected quite a bit of food. So, good stuff to have. And there's a guy up there that's trying to hurt me. So, another bow. We climb this ladder. Now, like I said, there's other methods. This is how I like to do it, but some people like to climb all the way up here, and they'll just shoot all the other people with arrows. Or even there's some barrels up here that you can, like, throw at people. But when you get to the top, I like killing this guy with a spear. This way you hit only him, and you don't hit any of these little crates. If you swing and hit one of those and they explode, you will take a ton of damage, and you might even die. So don't do that. You want to poke him with a spear or arrows when you get up to the... Really, all you have to do is knock him off, and he'll die on landing, even if you didn't do very much damage to him at all. And that's that level, and we're done with that. So this next one seems really hard, but it's really not. Oh wait, no. This one's not too bad. It's the one after this, I'm sorry. So here, there's a couple moblins on the outside. So you want to kind of just kill the moblins with arrows. You want to hit one. You want to hit it right in the head. Oh, I totally missed. We're going to hit this guy instead. There we go. Hit him right in the head. He hops back up. Hit him in the head again. He hops back up. And he's dead. So now we got this other one coming at. Hit him in the head. He falls down. Gets back up. Hit him in the head. And he's dead. So, and like I said, they're so oblivious. The guys in there don't even know their little mates died out here. So you want to kill them separately. Because if they all know you're here, they're all going to come at you at the same time. It's going to be really hard. So I'm going to kind of go slow so I can get in here. Now, there's different ways to do this one, too. You can kind of cut one of those lamps. Oh, crap. Oh, jeez. He sees me. So I'm going to take out my best weapon, like I said. Finish him off before the other guys even know I'm out here. Oh, no. There's another one. So like I said, you got to hit and run, because they're all going to try to hit you at the same time. They're not going to wait. Take turns. I don't know why I just climbed a tree. There we go. Got them all. Okay. So, you don't want to fight them all at the same time. But like I'm saying, there's some torches in the eyes of this thing. You can knock down one of the torches, and they will die that way. But it also blows up everything in there, and it can destroy some of your items or light things on fire that you don't necessarily want lit on fire. So I don't recommend that. Did I get everything? I think I got everything. Yeah. Alright. Once again, take out your woodcutter's axe and destroy it. Now, if I'd been hitting these with pretty much any other weapon, it would have broken by now. And it's good to hit these with the woodcutter's axe because, you know, it doesn't do much damage anyway. So it's not really combat efficient but it's very efficient for killing those things. And I accidentally knocked down this tree. Alright, and that's that level. Now, this is the level. It looks hard because you fight a Talus. If you don't know what a Talus is, well, you probably haven't gotten this far in the game. But it's a giant rock monster. They seem hard. They're really not hard. Step 1, you just want to climb on top of it and just wail on that little rock poking out. And you want to hit it with a spin attack. So if you hold a spin attack, you spin around and you'll hit it multiple times very quickly. The hard part is staying on top. So if you fall down, like I just did, here's how you beat it this way. So he's going to swing his arms at you, and you want to run towards whatever arm he's swinging. So he's going to throw that arm at me. I want to run towards that arm, off to that side of the screen, so that it misses. Once he throws both his arms, he's going to lean down and get new arms, and that's your opportunity to climb back on top. So then you nail this, and be careful, because he's going to get his other arm, and then you do the spin attack, and it just hits it over and over and over and over again. But eventually, your bat's going to break. So you just grab your other one of your other two-handed weapons, and be ready, because he's going to fall down, and you don't want to fall off. Or if you do fall off, you want to climb right back on. And then you just nail it some more. And you're done. Simple as that. Really not too hard. Now, if that doesn't work for you, you keep falling off, you can shoot his little rock with an arrow, and he'll fall down so you can get on top. Or just keep dodging his arms and wait for him to lean down and then climb on top. Those are your options. And then there is a box around here, so you want to come find the box and break it open, get some more items. Oh, there's nothing in there. Another option is you can pick up those metal boxes with your magnesis, and you can kind of throw them at the boss or hit him with them in some way. There's also these explosion barrels. You can throw those at him or get him to walk near them and then blow them up. There's different things, but I think it's just easiest to climb on top and just hit his head a bunch, and you're done. That's all you got to do. So now every time you beat a boss, you get to go to a bonus room. So the bonus room basically has free items, free food, and you're able to cook. But it also has a fairy. So the first thing you want to do is crouch down and go towards that fairy. You don't want to run or walk over there normally, because you will scare the fairy away. You want to catch that fairy, because the fairy will save you if you die before, meaning to. Like a lot of times I'll have a ton of food, but I'll just get hit by something and it'll kill me, and I'll be like, I totally had way more health. And the fairy will save you even if you die. Great to have. So, pick up these mushrooms, open all the treasure chests, destroy those boxes, pick everything up from there. Then we're going to make some food. So you get a shield, a sword, and a spear. And they're all Sheikah based. And this is the only bonus room of the beginning trials. So you want to make the best of what you get in here, and then you just want to move on. Good. Last thing to get is there are some fish in the pond. You want to catch those. And then we'll make some food. So here's what I recommend. You want to make great food. So you want to combine things of the right type. So I want to combine my bananas that increase attack with my mushrooms that increase attack. With a big food, so that it gives me one big attack thing. So I'm going to use that near my boss fight. You also want to create some defense. So you combine your mushrooms that give defense and your fish that give defense. And you may have a slightly different amount of things based on what you got out of crates, but you will definitely have everything in this room that I showed you. Those things will not change. And then I have this for speed, so I just combine it with a bunch of these. Don't really have anything else for speed. And then you have a stamina mushroom. Well, I have a stamina mushroom. You combine that with lots of meat. And then you just combine everything else and just cook it, always using 5 things. The reason is there's only like 6 more rooms. So if I eat 1 thing for each room, you know, I'll be good. I don't need to have 12 different meals. Just make the meal last for each room that you do it in. So finish cooking the rest of your food. Make sure you cook everything. Then you want to heal for however much you lost, which I lost a lot. I lost half my health, which I am ashamed of that. I think it's because I'm talking at the same time as doing this. But I lost quite a bit of health. So, and you don't want to cook your fairy. I'm not sure if you can cook a fairy, but I'm not even going to try. So I eat those so that my health is full. And then let's start... I don't want to do this. Let's just eat this. So my health is almost full. It's not quite full. Now you don't really need the extra stamina or the extra speed unless you're trying to run away from something. But in these next ones, now you're fighting more Lizalfos, and there's a lot more water. So there's a bunch of water-based levels, but there's land as well. So the first thing I like to do on here is there's a Lizalfos over there. He thinks he's sneaky and he's hiding, but he's not. He's very conspicuous. And we're just going to go over there and shoot him. Now you want to make sure when you're shooting this far away, you aim up. Way up, apparently. There we go. And then he's going to come closer. And we're just going to shoot him from the water. And now he's dead. So then we go over here, collect whatever he dropped, as well as any arrows that I missed. And he should have dropped a sword, or a bow and arrow. But since I hit him in the head, he dropped his bow and arrow. Where does his bow go? I don't see it. Well, that's annoying. I do not see where his bow is. Anyways, there's another one over here. So you want to kill him. Oh, my bow's damaged. There, he dropped his bow. And he's dead. Let's go pick up his bow. Come on. Oh, and there's a metal box. You can use that to throw at them, but I don't really want to. So over there, there's some blue Lizalfos, so they're a little harder to fight. But the first thing you want to do is you want to shoot that small one, the lightning guy, and he will strike them with lightning so that you can charge in and do lots of damage. So that strikes them with lightning, does a bit of damage, and then they're very alerted to your presence. They grab some spears, and now we're going to fight them with our best weapon again. Okay, and now that's broken, so we pick another weapon. You want to do a fast weapon, so you want to do either a spear of some sort or a one-handed weapon. You don't want to fight Lizalfos with two-handed weapons because they're very fast creatures. So I'm just kind of alternating back and forth, making sure I dodge their moves. They eventually shoot water at you, but they're pretty predictable too. But they also dodge away. Alright, come on. There we go. Got him. A really stupid thing they do is that giant jumping move that makes them very vulnerable. So take advantage of that. Oh, there's my good weapon. And he's dead. Awesome. So we're done with that. Now, on this level, there's a bunch of spears that you can pick up, as well as these fish. And there it is. I can't hold any more weapons. I have too many weapons. So eventually, I'll get rid of all these spears because they only do 2 damage. They're not really that helpful because I'll get some much stronger weapons soon. But you want to hold on to the weapons, you know? Use them while you got them. No reason to leave an empty spot when you can just drop it later. The other cool thing about this level is I think there's a treasure chest. Yeah, right over there. Alright, so in between all these rocks, there's a treasure chest you can pick up with magnesis. So you pick that up. You want to be on one of the more level rocks. Pick that up. Bring it up to you. Oh, come on. And inside we have some more arrows. Great to have. Arrows are wonderful. They're the one thing that you kind of get enough of. I mean, if you completely abuse your arrows, you'll run out, but you should have a good amount of arrows. Like right now I have 50 arrows. And 20 fire arrows. So you can use those too. They do extra damage to enemies. But they're really not necessary. Alright, so some more water levels coming up. So in here there's an Electro Wizrobe. So he's a little difficult to fight. Oh, and then there's those things. So make sure you wait for it to pop out and kill it. You kind of want him to notice you, because then he comes towards you, and then he's much easier to kill. So we can either hit him with an arrow or just kind of swim over there. I'm just going to kind of swim over there. So once he notices you, then he disappears, and he bounces around, but you can clearly see where he is. And then you just hit him right in the face as soon as he appears, which I did not. Alright, this is annoying. That thing can die. Oh my gosh. Okay. There. Good. Now when he falls down, then you can do lots of damage to him. So we can poke him with whatever we want. We're going to hit him with this bat. But eventually he'll disappear. And then he does that, and you hit him in the face, and he falls down again. But sometimes he falls in the water, and you can't really hit him. Oh, my bow broke. Alright, so we'll take out our stronger bow, and what the heck, we'll use a fire arrow on. So just follow his little dots, wait for him to appear, and now you're on fire. Now you're really on fire. Now he disappears. And now we finish him off. Good. And then pick up this lightning rod. You definitely want the lightning rod. If you use it properly, it can hit an enemy and make them drop their weapons. So, great for stronger enemies, because they have really powerful weapons, and then when you have their weapon and they don't, you know, they're pretty easy to kill. Alright. I'm sure you saw there was a treasure chest over here. So to get that treasure chest, you don't use magnesis because it's not metal. See, it doesn't light up. So you have to use cryonis instead. So since it's on the surface of the water, but I can't really stand there and open it, it's actually floating. You bring it up with cryonis, and then you jump on, and then you can open it. Let's see what's in there. More arrows. Nice. So all the treasure chests are the same. They don't change, but what you get in crates will vary. So you might not get the same stuff as me, but you'll get close to the same stuff. I mean, if I get arrows, you'll get arrows. You may not get as many arrows, or you may get more arrows. You may get different fruit, different mushrooms, but you still get something useful. But still, pretty easy so far. I haven't even really needed to eat any more food to strengthen my defense or my attack. Now, here's a kind of hard level. So I am going to use my defense one after I get hit with something. So let's see, where is it? Is that enough? Yeah, that'll heal me all the way. So I'm going to wait till I get hit with something and then I'll use it. But there's some pretty powerful ones on here. There's 2 black Lizalfos, so I'm just going to take this guy out. Okay, he's dead. And there's the 2 black Lizalfos. So like I'm saying, you want to use your lightning rod. You can make them drop their weapon, but you have to line it up perfectly. See, I missed. So you want to kind of dodge him. Ah, there we go. See, now that he dropped his weapon, I can pick it up. So now he has a weak spear and I have a much stronger spear. Okay. Hit him a few times. This guy's coming up. Yeah, he's got my spear now. Told you he would give me a spear. There we go. Eventually they may fall in the water, and then you're really not too hard at that point. You just kind of have to poke them with arrows. Man, he is not dying. Let's see. Oh. There we go. Hold still. There we go. There we go. Okay, he's dead. And I don't even want that spear, so. And the other one fell in the water. Oh, there he is. Oh, jeez. He just broke my shield. Alright, so pull out a new shield. And pull out a good sword. And then we go back to fighting him. Ah, he got me. Alright. We're going to use that extra defense now, just in case. Man. So, a good method is wait for him to swing back, and that's when you attack. There we go. But my blade just broke. Man, what other good weapons do I have? Let's use this spear. Now, the bad thing about a spear is you can't... good thing is it attacks from far away. Bad thing is you can't use your shield. You gotta put your spear away, then you can blow out your shield. So now he's in the water. So let's just hit him with some arrows and finish him off. Come on, die. Oh, he dropped his weapon. Oh, nice. Alright. This one is a pretty strong weapon. There we go. He's dead. Awesome. So still not very hard so far. Now, he dropped his shield in the water, but since it's metal, you can pick it out with your magnesis, which I encourage you to do. Any strong metal weapons. And mostly, the stronger the enemy, the stronger the weapons it has. So since those were Black Lizalfos, they have pretty strong weapons. At least as far as this level goes. So collect all those things, a bunch more arrows, a bunch more food. And there's even some over here. So you want to climb on this pole. This is a little difficult. Like I said, a little difficult. I fell down. It happens. It's okay. Come on. Climb back up the pole. Oh my gosh. Climb back up the pole, please. Okay. There we go. And... oh, that was weak. And we're good here. Moving on. So we go to the next stage. And this one, I believe, has a boat. So you travel across the boat. And some people shoot at you with arrows. You shoot back. Yep. And then there's a platform with a bunch of enemies on it as well. Now, the cool part is, these enemies can't swim. Lizalfos can swim, but moblins can't. And the goblins can't. So, you kind of... well, I don't need that. I can just use normal arrows. And this guy, gotta aim really high. Not high enough. There, got him. Got him. Now these ones are blue, so I will use fire arrows for those guys. And the blue ones have better aim, so watch out. There, he's dead. And one more. Where is he? There he is. Keep in mind, you're gradually getting closer as well. So you don't have to aim too high after a while. See if you can kill a couple of the red ones before you even get up there. Alright. And then once you get up there, really all you have to do is knock them off into the water and they will die. But you're more than welcome to, you know, fight them and do some damage and kill them that way. So, but once again, you want to fight them one at a time. So I want to fight just this blue one. I'm going to wait for the black one to leave. I just want to fight the blue one. Let's see if I can kill him with this. Yep, that did it. Okay. And look, a replacement. That was convenient. So get rid of this normal Boko Spear, pick up the spiked Boko Spear. He dropped a spear. I don't really care. And there should be a black one up here now. Black moblins are a little harder. There's a black moblin too. I don't want to fight them both at the same time. I want to see if I can just fight the black moblin. I'm going to kind of hit him with an arrow. He's going to turn around and come get me. Now, he has a shield, but I can knock him off right here. And he's dead. Simple as that. Instant death. Same thing with the moblin. I can kind of just bring him to the edge or get a good headshot on him, and he's dead. Now, it's great to fight moblins lower because they swing way above you. Come on, fall off. Darn it. He did not fall off. There you go. So a good way to make them fall off is throw an item at them. If you throw something at them, they just might fall. Now, unfortunately, they have really strong weapons. So if you want to go pick up those weapons, you can. If it's a wooden weapon, it'll float. So you can just kind of pick it up off the top of the water. If it's a metal weapon, once again, you can just swim down and get it. So I'm going to go get those weapons from those stronger enemies. Like, here's a dragon bone Boko shield, so that's really good. Break all the crates. Now, you don't need to go crazy here. Like, all those enemies over there had arrows. I don't need to go out there and get those arrows. You can, but there's no need to, because there's only one level left. And I think I have enough to defeat, the enemy, the boss enemy on the next level. I don't need to go get all those things. Once again, you can, but there's no real need for it. So, I'm going to demonstrate what you got to do to go get over there. But if you don't want to, you don't have to. No one's going to stop. Awesome. So, if you want to go over there, get those things, as you saw, there's a treasure chest way out there. There's the bows from all the enemies that I killed that were shooting arrows at me. And there's a couple crates you can break. Just kind of come up here, and you jump off and use your glider. Now, you want to try not to dive. So, since I dove, I went too low. I wasn't going to make it all the way. But instantly, you got a spiked Boko bow, which is 12. So, that'll help me a lot. Go up here. Keep going. We're going to try again. See if we can make it to that treasure chest. But none of them have any amazing bows. You just get a lot more bows. Alright, that should have done it. Should be able to get there. No! I didn't get there. We'll try it one more time. I can do that. And there's nothing over there, by the way, if you go and look. There's no secret treasure chest anywhere else. Pretty sure. So we're climbing back up. Jump over here. Running off helps as well. If you run off, that helps you get some more speed, so that you really have enough speed to get over there. You get farther out in the air, so you can make it all the way to that platform. But it's definitely possible to glide over there. So we're gonna try it one more time. Oh, that time I just fell off. So I'm definitely not gonna make it. Okay. We're not going to try anymore. We're just going to move on. But there is something in that treasure chest. It's not, necessary. It's not the best item ever. But there's only one stage left. So you go to that last stage. We're going to eat our super attack. And we're just going to go in and we're going to fight it. And what you fight is a blue Hinox. So once again, if you don't know what a Hinox is, you probably haven't made it this far in the game. But it's a giant monster, kind of hard to kill, and these ones are especially hard because they have something blocking their legs. So you can't really hit it in its legs, and so you have to knock it down. So the way you knock it down is you have to shoot it in the eyeball with an arrow. Now there's some other methods. There's a metal box around that you can pick up, and you can hit him with the metal box, but he will try to throw the metal box away. he can pick up trees and swing them at you. But what I think the all-time best thing to do is you sneak up behind him and hit him with just a very strong weapon many, many, many times before he can even like stand up. So, where'd that spiked Boko bat go? I must have already broke it on someone. Dang. Okay, so I kind of sneak up behind him, and then I just want to hit him a whole bunch of times with my super boosted attack food. So I have way higher attack now, and we're just going to wail. But yeah, now we have to kind of knock him down. So we kind of just poke him right in the eyeball, and then he falls down. Then we just hit him some more. Now, I can also take these items on him, and they do lots of damage too. So let's drop this spear and hit him in the eyeball again. Good. We'll hit him some more times. Good. You never want to stay under him very long, because he will just like jump on you, and eventually he gets smart and he like tries to block his eyeball, but apparently he's not going to do that this time. So let's switch to our broadsword. Does way more damage, and we're done. Simple as that. You have now defeated the easy trials. Really not too hard, as long as you do things correctly. So, with that in mind, good luck, and be sure to watch my other videos of me just doing a casual playthrough on a new account, and then stay in tune. We're going to do the medium trials and the end trials on the next video. Once again, this is Paul Light. Like and subscribe to my videos, and have a great day.